All right, it's okay. So apana chichangotesa this part ima graphs a statistics, and it's another part actually at no for get nayo under statistics. So actually in statistics we've got two types of information: the ungrouped information and the grouped information. All right. So for ungrouped info,
let me go for
okay.
Because you didn't get it. It's also or it is here. I'll just my waking my mom to me. I think I'll catch up weekend because I've not been well.
Okay. Okay, nah, no problem. Kusongoshinda ni ma videos iwaya.
Yeah, okay, so.
Okay. So here on grouped information, that is the major part of data scenario. Ungrouped data, yes, we can just work on it later on, but this is the major part because this is what you're going to have on paper 2. Even the ungrouped data, you might have it on paper 2, just with my questions, but the major part is on this one. So on grouped data, for you to represent the information that you're going to have, so we are going to represent this information. So we are representing on a number of graphs, which is we've got the histogram, and we've got the frequency polygon. So whenever you're dealing with what? With grouped information, Doma graphs are turning it now, and also you've got the cumulative frequency. Okay. All right, so the cumulative frequency curve can be called the ogive. So this one, they can call it cumulative frequency curve or the what? Or the ogive. All right, so how do we work with this information? We are going to start with the histogram. I'm just going to explain the information that you need when drawing a histogram. So let me just put information here. All right, so on a histogram, this is what you need to understand on the graph. You're going to be given information, that is for grouped information, information you'll be given like this one. They can write maybe X is greater than maybe 0, less than or equal to 5, and so on. Maybe I give it 5 less than X less than or equal to 10, and so on. So it's just your information that you'll be having, something like that. Saka pa histogram, to uzokwanisa draw histogram rako, you need two things that you're going to work on, which is the frequency density that you're going to work versus the classes. So the classes, I'm talking about this from 0 to 5, 5 to 10. That is what these are the classes that we're talking about. So you need frequency density and the classes. So this will be the y-axis. This one is the one that is going to represent your frequency density. So we're saying frequency density here. All right. Then the x-axis is the one that is going to be representing what? The classes that you are given.
Yeah.
So what is important? It's actually, if you can see a class you are representing from 0 to 5, like maybe this is 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, something like that. So at the end, frequency density is just a point that you're going to have. Maybe it's somewhere here, and you are representing class here 0 to 5. So it's going to be a bar like this. Information is going to be represented in form of a bar. And panepa chinopera bar, we are starting the same number, which is 5. So which means bar reduction continue from that 5. Maybe we are now having another frequency density to another class. I mean, not chanopera kupi. So this is how you are going to have what? Your frequency density, and my bars like these ones. And let me explain here. These bars, they are going to be, that is the length of the bar is determined by the class. The length of the bar here, sorry, that is the length of the bar is determined by the class. Parikuoneka. Saka tiri kuti class yedu isusu kuti yakakura zvakadii ndo zvichadetermina kukura kwebar. Maybe iri kunzi 0 to 5. Imwe yacho iri kunzi 5 to 20. Hatingatarisiri kuti kubva pana 0 kusvika pana 5 nekubva pana 5 kusvika pana 20 zvakafanana, zvinotosiyana. Parikuoneka sezvo zvichisiyana neclass yawakapiwa ndo ichadetermina kuti kubva panapa tangira bar rako kusvika panonoperera this bar pakakura zvakadii. That is what we have. Okay, then toda kudzoka pana frequency density. Tatora nezva frequency density tikati isusu panodikanwa frequency density, which means it's something that you need to calculate or to have, because on your table you'll be given these are the classes that you are going to have and this is your frequency. Anenge ari mafrequency, manamba tinenge tinawo kuzasi anenge achimirira mafrequencies. So it's not frequency density. So which means you have to calculate the frequency density for each and every class, because this is frequency. So how do you find the frequency density? Frequency density is equivalent to the frequency over the class width. So that to one frequency density for each class, which are the frequency over class width. You know, the class width is kureba kwe class kuti iri kubva pana 0 kusvika pana 5. Saka yakakura zvakadii class yedu. Saka zvatongo subtracta 5 minus 0. Because toda kuziva kuti kubva pana 0 kusvika pana 5 pakakura zvakadii. So you just subtract ma classes ako. Kubva pana 5 kusvika pana 10 pakakura zvakadii. Tongoti 10 minus what? 10 minus 5. Ndo chatiri kuti class width up. Kukura kwakaita class yedu. So we can simply say class width is equal to the upper class minus the lower class. So the upper class is the end of the class. Lower class is the beginning of the class. Kukutangira class yedu. Parikuoneka. So each and every information that you're going to be given, kana usina column ye frequency density, you are forced to say kutogadzira that part ye frequency density. And sometimes on the table inenge incomplete. From that table you fill in ma frequency densities ako nikoita say anenge wakapiwa ipapo chingenda unotokapiwa say information yako, you have to fill in or calculate ma frequency densities ako. But using this formula you can also, because one frequency density hope your class width, then they can ask you to calculate what the frequency per connector. So which means using this formula, you can play around it to calculate whatever that you want. I'm not gonna treat this up. Then just with my examples, I want you to note that paper one of this question. The area of this bar, maybe panapa, let me just write panapa, maybe panapa tina 0.5. Panapa tina 1 and so on. Okay. If we are to calculate the area of this bar, inotipa frequency. Tika calculate the area yechi at this bar. It is equal to what? The frequency.
To frequency.
Saka zvazvinoita manje vanounza question iyi kupaper 1. Wobva wakubvunza kuti what is the what frequency from 5 to 10, from this class 5 to 10, maybe yakanyora kanzi your x is greater than 5, less than or equal to 15, says from this 5 to 15. Fatanzi calculator frequency for this class. On your diagram it's a histogram. Unatsoona kuti pa diagram rangu panapa ndakapiwa chi 5 to 10, kunoku ndakapiwa ma frequency densities. Saka urungo calculator area ye bar irako to right kubva pana 5 kusvika pana 15 pakakura zvakadii. So to 15 minus what? Minus 5, which is what? 5. Which is 10. Then kubva panapa kusvika panapa pakakura zvakadii parikuenderana na 1. So which means una kuti ne 1. So chango calculator 10 times 1 ndo area ya a bar, which is what? Which is 10. So that is our frequency there. Parikuoneka ba? So you can simply use the area of the bar. Kana kutokwaseta say tukasodzoka pa formula yedu, because this is frequency density. So since ndabvunzwa frequency panapa, I can simply say frequency density is equal to what? Because I'm given a bar like this, I want to calculate frequency. So I'm just going to say frequency density is equal to frequency over class width.
class width.
Saka chicha ndakapiwa padiagram rangu. I've got frequency density on the diagram here, which is our frequency density corresponds with what here? With 1. So I'm going to say frequency density of 1 is equal to what? The frequency. Do I have the frequency? I do not have. Is the one that I need to calculate. Saka since tisina this frequency, what are you going to do? We are going to just write it as f because atina value yake over what? The class width. Class width kuti kureba kweclass yedu. Saka tukwanisa kuzviona padiagram because remember this diagram was drawn using what? Using classes. Saka pari kunzi class ya 5 to 15 tungo subtractor class width, which is 15 minus what? 15 minus 5 to 10. So it's going to be frequency over 10. So by doing this, I can solve this equation. F. This one is same as over 1.
Multiply
so
both sides by 10.
Cross multiply, or you multiply both sides by 10, whatever that you're going to have is the same. So it's 10 by 1, which is 10 is equal to 1 times f, which is what? Which is f. So our f is what? 10, which is the frequency.
All right.
The area of the bar is the frequency, or you can come back to the formula. Saka still both ways same answer. Exactly. So that is the most important part here. And Tatara is my bars they are going to be determined using what? The class with class area is the one that is going to determine what? The length of the bar is determined by the what? By the class. So using this information, I think we can just have one or two. So like this one, this is histogram. So these are the frequency densities, the normal classes here. So you see with mabazi and then kakabatana mabazi here. Saka chiri kusiyanisa mabazi edu chi class iri pana 30 kusvika pana 45. Haingazofana neclass inobva pana 15 kusvika pana 20. Saka zvinotosiyanawo andika. All right, so that is what we have. Saka patina problem. So just test a frequency polygon later on. But you don't tite panapa to go try 1 or 2 part my questions and my question papers here because time at night to exercise. Okay, so this is what a histogram can be given like. All right, so this is what draw histogram. Okay, we're going to come back to my questions. I calculate on mode nanamina. Meno kana kune ma problem uchazodzoka edu kuno kutozoona tunenge taseo na mode nanamina. All right, andikasaka part yazongopaona later on, but let us go back here on part C, because part C is part of the histogram, because nechekuita nema values frequencies parikunzipo find the value of m and the value of n in the frequency density table. So apparently it's a table of what? Frequency density.
Frequency density.
Exactly. So here let us cross check on our diagram. We can see that we have got frequencies on our table. These are classes, mark in X, mark class header. Then we've got frequency, then frequency density.
Okay, yes.
All right. So guys, we're going to diagram. Let's go to right. Pana M, we are through the calculator. What is this M representing? Are represent the frequency, but are represent the frequency density?
Are represent the frequency density.
Frequency density. Parukoneka. Sando zvatungonoshandisa. Saka since M wedu akamirira frequency density, titoziva kuti frequency density toona nekuti chi? Frequency density toona nekuti chi? Frequency over
class width.
Saka chatiri kuti frequency density ndo M wacho watiri kuda uyu. Saka M achanga ari equal to chi? Frequency yepa class pana M wedu. Saka pana M, what is the frequency?
It's a 4.
Parikoneka frequency correspond ipapo ndi 4 over class width ndio yatati kureba kweclass kubva pana 45 kusvika panani pana 50 pakamboreba zvakadii. Saka ndiri kusubtracta 50 minus 45, which is what?
5.
Which is 5. So which means negative 5. So takuno divide 5 4 divided by 5 achanotipa chi?
1.
Pana 0 komachi 4 divided by 5, which is something like 0.8. Parikuoneka. Saka ndiyanenge ari m wedu 0.8. Then mukatarisa pana mavalues edu akasiwa to 2 decimal place, pana 0.2 ari kunzi 0.20, 1.6 ari kunzi 1. Saka tinongozonyorawo the way vakanyora nayo, but that one is 0.8. Even ukanyora ikanzi 0.8, there's no effect. Parikuoneka. Exactly. So panapa there is no effect anyhow. Vanongotozomaurisa kuti maybe wabudisa answer yako iri kunzi 1.357 like that. Kana uchinge wabudisa answer yako, round off to 2 decimal place, ndozvazonga kutarisa kutsanangura with this information yavakaisa apa. All right, so let us move on to n. N wedu is still n ari frequency density again. So achangoita the same. N is equal to the frequency. What is our frequency pana n? Our frequency is 3 over the class width from 80 to 100. So it's 100 minus 80, which is what?
Minus 8.
Which is 20.
20.
All right, so we're going to divide 3 divided by what? 3 divided by 20, which is what? 3 divided by 20 here. It's going to be what? 0.15. So that is our n here, which is 0.15. Okay, so tina 0.15 panapa. Okay, so nengo apedza information yako. Then takuchinzi pa diagram redu ratinaro iri, using a scale of 2 centimeters to represent 10 marks on the horizontal. Sandoka tati horizontal ndo kunenge kune maclasses edu. Sa tungonyora mawaitisa zviri 10, 20, 30 chingwenderana. So here on a histogram advantage, you can even start with that class yakatopiwa iyoyo, as long ichimade out to panapa. Ani pari kunzi 2 centimeters dzakamirira 10 marks. So as long number yekutanga ichimaintain ma multiples at 10, because we are saying after 2 centimeters it's 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. As long number yekutanga ichimaintain ma multiples aya, you can start ni number iyoyo yekutanga. What I'm trying to say, unokwanisa kutanga kunyora kuti 20, 30, 40, 50 azvinana basa parikuoneka apa. But kana number isinga maintain ichi, let's say this first class here was 5 like this, x is greater than 5 but less than 10. Zvanga zvichaite titange na 5. Hazvichabudi panapa tange na 5 toba tati 5, 10 hazvichatobudi because tatotrace scale itself, which means kuti tikwanise kuva ne access ya 5 anokwanisa kunge atotanga na 0, takutoti 0, 10, 20 zvichingena zvakadaro. Parikuoneka. But maybe the number yedu iri kana kuti 25, ndingatanga nenumber, ndingatanga na 0 kana ndakapiwa number yekutanga iri 25.
Ndakutanga na 20.
Na 20 parikuoneka, ndikatanga na 20, 30, 25 aripo mukati, saka at least than kutanga pana 0. Parikuoneka apa. Exactly. So this part is not going to waste us much time. Then also here we are given that 4 centimeters to represent 1 unit on the vertical axis. The vertical axis is the one that represents what? Our frequency density. And so kana uchinzi 4 centimeters dzakamirira 1 unit, we do not have such type of a scale. It shows that the scale inofanira kunzi 2 centimeters to represent ndo scale. Saka na manje scale ichiti 4 centimeters to represent 1. Zvumborwa 4 centimeters dzakambomirwa nani? I mean 2 centimeters. Kana 4 centimeters dzanzamirira 1. What about the first 2 centimeters dzakamirwa nani? 0. First 2 centimeters. Na 2.
Kana tichitanga pana 1, inotanga pana 1.
Yeah, kana chiti 4 centimeters dzamirwa na 1 unit. Ko 2 centimeters chibox yedu ichamirira chii? Chenge chakumirira chi 0.5. Parikuoneka inenge yava half, sanenge atwa 0.5. Saka tinenge chatanga na 0, after 2 centimeters 0.5, after 2 centimeters tana 1 because tane 4 centimeters now. Parikuoneka. Saka scale yedu isusu haifanirwi kutaura kuti 4 centimeters to represent, inofanira kutaura in terms of 2. Saka iwe uchadzoka pana pa scale yako wakunogadzisa scale yako kuti zvikureva kuti 2 centimeters to represent what? To represent 0.5 units. Ndozvazviri kureva izvo.
So this is which means you could 24 centimeters apa 30 divided na 2 here
24 centimeters
kana
mabox
yakauya yakadai so
exactly divide pose. All right, you can simply say this 4 centimeters according to scale andika okay, let's save a little bit. Okay, all right. Saka 4 centimeters according to scale is representing how many units? 1 unit.
1 unit.
So you can use same proportion. 1 unit here is represented by 4 centimeters, but it's on a normal box. It is supposed to be what? 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters. Which box it is 2 centimeters. So you're now asking yourself, what about 2 centimeters? How many units are we going to have for that 2 centimeters? Are you getting the sense there? So which means we are saying 2 is going to be definitely less mudiki kuna 4. So nengava 2 over 4 times what? Times 1 unit. So which means 2 over 4 is half, which is 0.5 times 1, which is 0.5 what? Unit. Saka pega patiri kuona 2 centimeters anenge ari 0.5. Patiri kuona dzimwe 2 centimeters takuti 0.5 plus 0.5 taapana 1 manje amirira 4 centimeters manje.
Alright.
Parikuoneka apa. Alright, atase apa tite maybe practical. Ndo box ready. Parikuoneka. Chete mabox angu aya maybe atase kuti mabox 10 atiri kuona aya. Pakanzi 0.5 aya mabox 10 aya. Ndo 2 centimeters zedu idzi. Parikuoneka. Dzimwe 2 centimeters idzi ndo dzava 4. Saka pa 4 centimeters ndo pataipaonyera kuti 1 panapa. Saka scale yapa utanga kuti 1. Saka tinenge tajumpa box just like panapa iri box resi rakuwana panapa. This is a normal box panapa na 20 kusvika pana 30. Saka tingadai tajumpa kuti 1 2 chienda samuna kuti tinenge tajumpa 2 centimeters zedu dziri normal dzedzi. Tikanyora kuti 1 2 chienda zvakadaro parikuoneka apa. So it's the one that we are avoiding to jump at that 2 centimeters. So we have to maintain after 2 centimeters what we have. After 2 centimeters what we have. So this is what we are going to have. Just take this is actual chance. I mean, maybe soti consider this line divide, but it's actually 10. Divide it's 5 ma box.
All right.
So it's also confusing kana graph rangu iri. But tukona pakataka kudivide panapa inenge 5 mabox saka izvi 5 nezvi 5 ndo 10 ndo andika. All right, it's okay. So this is what our graph was going to look like here. Frequency density, we represent a frequency density yako up to the part uchingoona zvinenge zvichikwanawo pagraph rako zvingoenda zvakadaro. Ameno kana riri kuoneka zviri clear. All right. So now let us take our information. This is what you're going to do because we want to draw this histogram. So the first class here is going to be what? First class here. Here. Okay. So this is our first class in 20 to 30. But yakareba chi class yedu 0.2 because we said we use frequency density, not frequency. Okay, so we need from 20 to 30 yakareba 0.2. Okay, so and the diagram redu panapa from 20 to 30 but yakareba 0.2. So 0.2 wachambirwa nezvimabox zvingani. Ndo pane mubvunzo wedu manje kutanga kuti ichinombonzi ani panapa tiri kuti 10 zvimabox zvambirwa na 0.5 or 0.1 zvimabox zvingani. That is the easiest way that we can take it. If these 10 boxes here, they represent 0.5.
0.1.
What about 0.1?
0.1. My box 2.
A box 2. Parkonega. So 2 boxes here that we have is going to be what? Is going to be 0.1, 0.2 up to 0.5. Parkonega. Okay. So now from this part that we have, what are we going to have at the end? We said from 20 to 30, but it's 0, what? 0,2.
0,2.
So zvimabox zvingani zvatiri kuda, zvimabox zvingani 4.
4.
Exactly. So you've got 2 here, then this one 4. So you just mark pa 4 panapa, nepa 4 panapa, then you join those zvega zvinoita. Sapa ndichangojoina because apa ndikada kushandisa rula zvinotora time andika.
All right.
Okay, but you're supposed to use a ruler there. Okay, so you join like this. That's what you're going to have, something like this. Okay,
okay. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to the next class. What was our next class? Okay, oh, sorry. Okay, put that down. Okay, so our next class is 30 to what? 30 to
0,33.
Okay, so from 30 to what?
30
From
to
30 to 45. But we're not 30 to 45, which is 0,33.
Yeah.
Okay, so 30 to 45. So 45 to Mona Babi, where are we going to get 45?
That 40 na 50. Half yacho.
Pakati pacho andika. Exactly. So now this is our 45 here, somewhere here. What about 0,33? Where are we going to have it?
We are going to have it.
All right, ngatange na 0,3. Apa tatiri pana 0,2 pana band. So zvimabox 2 tana 0,33. All right, so pana patikaverenga 1, 2, tapana 0,33. Okay, many pana 0,3. What about 0,33? So it's not specific but chanomuwana parikoneka because after 2 mabox tinenge tina 0,4.
4.
So in between panapa 0,3 and 0,4 we are going to have what? 0,35. 35 because we are saying 0,3, 0,4. So in between it's going to be 0,35. So which means 0,33 is just going to be in between these two boxes. My box between 0,3 and 0,35. Just somewhere you're not going to estimate or in between. Exactly. So that is what you do there because panepas is specific. So somewhere here, maybe don't go to somewhere panapa ndopata kuendesa 0,33 where do. All right, so you join. Like I said, guys, we're going to use my ruler, but in this case, there's no total time because no need to just apply. All right, so something like this.
Yeah.
All right, so Monati 30 to chita buttons my classes they are joined together. 30. I don't know calling it 30. So at the end, these bars they'll be joined together. That is the idea there. All right, then we move on. The other one, 45 to what? To 50, which is 0,8. Okay, so 45 to 50, that is, this is our 45 here. This is our 50 here. What about 0,8? Where are we going to have it?
5.
Yeah, it's 0, box ngani?
I think 6 boxes.
6 boxes, which means we are talking about 2 boxes from what? 4 boxes from 1. Is that from so? 1, yeah. So it's 1, 2, or maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, somewhere here and yeah, somewhere there. All right, so let's just hope here because pane too much light, so I just hope ndipo chap. Okay, so that will be your 0,6 here, but that is from 45 to what? From 45 to 50. So at first kapana 50 pana. So apparently this bar to see anani mangu zvinoenderana zvinhu zvakadaro. What determines is the class that we are having. Okay, anyways, let us move from another one. It's what? 50 to 60, which is what? Which is 1,6.
1,6.
Okay, so 50 to 60 here. This is 50 to 60 here, and it's 1,6. So you need something like this. Okay, so 1,6 from 1,5. How many boxes? From 1,5.
It's 2 boxes.
2 boxes. So this is 1,5, 1, 2, some. All right, somewhere there. Okay, sorry. So apa kungo no join it 2 mabox chinda kunani straight but papaya, then tinda pana 60. So this is up to 60 somewhere there. So that's the idea there. I'm not gonna treat it.
Yeah, treat it.
Exactly. So that's your histogram there. Okay. So let's see the other one, 60. Then from what? 60 to 70, 1,4. Okay, 60 to 70 here, which is 1,4. So zvingazoperere 60 to 70, 1,4. So 1,4 is just below 1,5. Two box below 1,5.
2 boxes are below 1,5.
Exactly. So you join the, all right, then it's what, 50 to 60 to 70?
60 to 70.
Something like that. Okay. Then all right, 70 to 80, which is 0,6. 70 to 80, 0,6. So 0,6 is what? 0,6 from 0,5, just 2 boxes. 0,512 here, so it's 70 to
2
80.
boxes after 0,5.
Exactly, something like this. All right, so yeah, just like this. Okay, then the last class is 80 to 100 with the 0,15. Okay, so this is 80 to 100 with the 0,15. Okay, let me just try to adjust this side here. Okay, so this is 80 to 100. Okay, 80 pana 100 pana. Remember we said 0,1 box 2. So this is our 0,1 box 2. Box 2, this is 0,2. So 0,15 is in between 0,1 and 0,2. Yeah, so something like this in between there. Right, so something like that. Okay, oh sorry, to 100.
100
up to 100, something like that. Okay, so that is what you're going to have at the end. So that you're going to put something of this nature there. I mean, you can really clear.
It's really clear.
Exactly. So a histogram, just work with my take note my frequency. So my table do not take information is Siri or function. Shandicide the exact information.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that is the idea there. All right, so that to one nonzi frequency polygon because during the nofamzane to not draw say it's actually one in the same part. All right, so that's okay.